Call this General Services Committee meeting together September the 10th, 2018 at 12 o'clock. We've got 4 items on the agenda, and first item, approval of personnel rule amendments. Melissa Toshi. Melissa, go ahead.
Good afternoon, thank you. So I have some pretty simple updates to the personnel rules. Some of them have kind of came forward based on the negotiations with all 3 of our groups this year. Just trying to keep some consistency on what some of the benefits are. So the first one is going to be our holiday section. Last year, our Lake City Employees Association had agreed to no longer observe the birthday holiday and exchanged that for December 24th. And then police and fire wanted to wait until negotiations this year. So we're all on the same page with that holiday now. So the areas that used to reference the birthday holiday, we just need to update to the December 24th. And then amending Rule 25 and 26 that is specific to all of our FLSA exempt employees. Just updating the current list of what those classification titles are, deleting the holiday language, increasing the maximum vacation accrual. That's one change from 320 to 360. That would be to match the police and fire contracts. And then updating the cost of living increase language. Currently it says that the exempt employees will receive up to a 3% based on CPI. We changed that language in the collective bargaining process to a flat 2.5%. So otherwise for the exempt employees it would be 2.9% this year. So we're just changing that to 2.5. And then the other amendment is just to our classification and compensation plan. Both the fire and police union and association have agreed to adopt all the job descriptions that were updated last year. So we just need to move those forward and get those all adopted. And that is all the personnel rule amendments.
Any questions? Need a motion?
Well, I would move that council approve the proposed amendments to personnel rules 11, 25, and 26, specific to holidays and exempt employees, and approve the city's current classification compensation plan by adopting fire and police job descriptions that were updated last year during the classification and compensation study.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, why Roman numerals? I mean, you know, you really want to trip me up.
I did change all the Roman numerals in the contracts. I just haven't gotten to that in the personnel rules.
Thanks.
It does require some math.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, item number 2. Melissa, you again.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of changes to benefits this year. We've had a good year. The main change is going to be with our medical plan with Regents. We've had lots of discussion this year with our employee groups through the negotiation process. So we have a committee that's formed for our medical team. Has a representative from every group. So, and then with negotiations this year, we've had lots and lots of discussions. So the Regents increase that started at 11% increase is down to a 3% increase for the city. So last year was a 0%, so pretty good 2 years. The employees have agreed to the following benefit changes. The first one being a $250 brand name prescription deductible, an increase of the office visit copay from $15 to $20, and an increase to the ER copay from $75 to $200. So with those changes, we were able to bring the 5% increase down to 3%. In addition to those 3 changes, the employees have also agreed to increase their employee shared contribution for dependents to be on our plan. Currently, they're paying 5%, and that will increase to 10% effective October 1st. And then the only other benefit change is with our Willamette dental plan. We had just over a 1%, 1.33% to be exact, in premiums, and no benefit changes with that. And those are our only changes with benefits this year.
Okay, any questions?
Sounds good.
I'll make a motion that council approve the benefit plan changes and renewal rates effective October 1st, 2018.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks, Melissa. Item number 3, adoption of revised water department construction standards. Terry Pickle, Water Superintendent. Terry.
Good afternoon. Thank you for allowing me to come before you this afternoon. About 3 weeks ago, council approved the updates to the city standard drawings. This is a follow-up to that. This is the water department construction standards, kind of specific to the water department. It's an amendment to, or an addition to the Idaho Standards for Public Works Construction. This kind of supersedes that a little bit on some areas. It supersedes this on other areas. What we're doing right now is just doing housekeeping to kind of follow through on the standard drawing updates to include the new standard drawings in there, anything that was changed, changes in contact personnel, also reflects the new council members on there because it's been about 9 years since we've updated this. And the only major change in it is that we took out one brand of water meter that we no longer use. We use just strictly Badgers now. And so that's the major change to it. The rest of it's all just housekeeping language. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Any discussion?
Do we have to put our names on this? So,
Well, I honor you people with putting your names
Well,
on
thank
there.
you.
So. No, it's just something we do for a cover page on it, so they know.
and
it's been
Ron's
approved
name
by
is
council.
chiseled in here, so it'll never change.
So,
Okay, any discussion?
No?
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
We got to make a motion, Ron. I would move that council adopt the revised 2018 Water Department construction standards.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
Item number 4, declaration of surplus. Public art. Troy.
Good afternoon. I am seeking your input and consent towards declaring maquettes, which are models that come in with art that the city has requested. We've been doing this for a number of years, and we are starting to collect these, some of which are really favorable and some of which are just taking up space and maybe collecting a little dust.
Oh, which would those be, Troy?
Whichever
no,
ones you think they are, we'd be happy to move them along. So again, it's a space limitation, and again, some of them are awesome. So staff, along with the Arts Commission, came up with this idea, since there's an awards with the mayor involved, and there's a possibility of a silent auction and or a donation on some of these pieces. There's also collaborative partners in our community, North Idaho College, maybe art departments at the high schools, Museum of North Idaho. So the idea is basically to declare these surplus once the city is done with them, and then get rid of them in the most economical way possible, even if it means they go off to, I don't know, the landfill if no one wants them as we run through that laundry list. So again, these have been brought forward because of submissions of art. The maquette shows us the scale. It shows us some of the textures, some of the colors from these artists that are proposing art come to the city. So they work very well, and in fact, we have 6 of them on display in the Coeur d'Alene Library for the Celtice Way Roundabout project that we'd love to have them come in and take a look at and vote on. So the idea here is that if the artist wants them back, per our agreement, they can, and then the stipend for the preparation is received. So we do have an investment in these, and if the artist wants it back, we get money to give them back to them. If they desire not to get that maquette back, then the city owns it. So it's basically a declaration of surplus, as well as a couple of the many avenues we're thinking of moving them along. So the ones that have no value, we'd look to donate. The ones that have value could show up at a silent auction or possibly a public auction or something fun like that. And that would be my report.
Okay, any questions?
Well, I just think, and I don't know, Amy, you're on the Arts Commission, and I don't know if this has been discussed, but I would favor the silent auction at the Mayor's Awards as a more respectful way to deal with these, because I think they're cool.
It has been discussed, and I think that is what the commission is leaning towards.
Cool.
And maybe not all of them, but, you know, picking a select few, seeing how it goes, and starting that, so we have some for several
Sweet.
years going forward.
So how does that impact our decision here?
It's exactly what's included in this.
Okay,
Yep, that's exactly where this came from, to get to a group that would be potentially interested in it, raise a little money for all the right reasons, and have some fun with it at the same time.
awesome. Okay, so but we have to declare them surplus first.
Yep.
So we're not really saying they're surplus, throw them away.
We are not.
Okay,
You're giving us a huge amount of latitude with this being the priority, as well as, we obviously picked out some of the better ones to show you here that we find great value in, and also giving us the opportunity to have it at a silent auction, especially since it happens in October.
right away, okay,
The Arts Commission's all in favor of this?
Yes,
Yes.
wonderful. Yeah, I just think these are fun.
they're super fun, and there's a lot of great pieces that the community can enjoy.
Okay, need a motion?
I'll make a motion that council declare the maquettes received as part of the public art selection process shall be surplus once the selection process has been completed, and authorize staff to dispose of the maquettes through public means via auction, silent auction, or donation on a piece-by-piece basis to NIC or other college art department, the school district, the Museum of North Idaho, etc., if deemed to be of value, or to authorize staff to destroy the maquettes if they are deemed to have no value, at the discretion of the Arts Commission liaison.
Second. But I was just thinking in my head, so Troy, you're the Arts Commission liaison.
Correct.
Okay, so whatever's left, you get to choose.
Whatever's left, exactly, yes.
So they'll all be going home, they're in your car? Troy?
No, then none will go home,
Okay.
guaranteed.
All right.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thanks, Troy.
Welcome.
Anything else?
It's a beautiful day.
Yep. We're adjourned.